myself.
This is Dr. J and Dave streaming live from Long Island, New York. How you doing, Colonel, this morning?
We're doing
To the
well.
microphone. Colonel,
Yeah.
before we start our Qigong session, come closer to the mic. Come closer to this computer. And otherwise people can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. So how are you doing this morning, Colonel?
Well, not so good. I didn't snap right into you.
Yeah. All right, but
So-
outside of technical difficulties, how are you feeling this morning?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay. So you have a tremor very similar to me in the right hand, your dominant hand?
That's correct.
Yeah. Those of you who have not tuned into any of my Qigong sessions, I do have a bunch of them on YouTube, and I think I have a folder with for easy access of all of them, which I'll put this into afterwards. All right, let's get started. We'll do a half-hour session. It'll consist of a warm-up for about a few minutes, and then we'll do about a 12-minute exercise called Lift Chi Up, Push Chi Down, a modified version of it. Master Gu on YouTube does a nice version of it. So does a few other people, grandmasters or masters. I, of course, am not a master in Qigong, but I just like to do it every so often. And then what makes it unique to Parkinson's patients is that we do a visualization at the end, right, Dave? Where we're visualizing the energy from our hands entering the brain and curing some of those dopamine-producing cells that's located in the substantia nigra, the back of the head. Okay, so let's get started with this.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr. J.
Alexa, to play a little background music for us. Alexa, play relaxing Chinese music.
Playing relaxing Chinese music on Amazon Music.
Okay, let's see if you can see me. So we're going to start with...
There you are.
We're going to do a little swimming, right? To start.
Okay.
With. I'm going to move my camera a little bit over. No, I think the other way. Good enough. So this is it. Taking a swim. Colonel, what year did you graduate West Point?
What was that again?
What year did you graduate from West Point?
1967.
1967. So Colonel is a war hero from Vietnam,
Yes.
Where he served and contacted, had a lot of contact with Agent Orange. And Agent Orange is one of the chemicals that might have set off his Parkinson's disease. Just a little background on the Colonel. Dr. J has Parkinson's in his family, so that's how I contacted it. And what we both have in common is the same symptoms. It doesn't matter what causes Parkinson's, the effect of it is pretty much the same. Now, the morning Qigong is for relaxation, it's for meditation, Basically, everything we do is a meditation. The warm-up is very mild. It gets the chi going. We're going to follow it with circling of the hips. Okay, Colonel? Spread your feet apart, and we'll do some hip circles. We're shifting our weight on these hip circles. You might have seen these before. They're pretty standard now, but I think they pretty much come from Qigong. So you do it in one direction, and then you switch to the other direction. You may have seen it with much more rapid movement, and that's okay, whatever's comfortable for you. Most of my followers, in fact, practically all, know me from Dr. J's Spike and Friends every Friday at 7:30 p.m., where we talk sports, we talk stocks, we have fun. This is fun too. It's a great way to start off the day prior to the market opening. That's the stock market. Are you into the stock market at all, Dave?
No.
How's the sound coming in? Can you hear?
It's a little loud for me, but
That better?
that's better. Thank you.
Now the other way. So if you're going counterclockwise to begin with, go clockwise now. All right, so now we're going to start the establishing a chi field. To establish a chi field, I want you to put your hands down, palms facing the ground, and just feel the energy from the earth below. Stand. You can stand any way you like. We're not going into a particular posture. There is a Qigong posture that would be knees bent and stomach in and head as high tall as it could make it, and so on. But for beginners, I think that would be too difficult. So stand any way you want. Feel the chi from the ground below. Feel the chi from the horizon. Visualize the horizon in front of you. I'm still playing with my camera. I don't know why I can't get it just right. Okay, you can hear me though, right?
Yes.
So feel the chi. Look for the horizon in front of you, far, far away. Feel the chi, the energy from the horizons coming in through the palms of your hand. Let's feel it from the infinity universe above, lifting arms up, keeping the palms as facing the heavens above if we can. Finally, let's feel it in both directions, to the left of us, to the right of us. And that's, imagine a horizon to the left of you, far, far away. And the energy is coming from the horizon. Same as for your right hand, the energy is coming from the horizon. Now let's do it behind us, palms out. We feel the energy from behind us, rising behind us. All right, so we have the energy that we feel in our hands. We're ready to begin a series of movements called Lift Chi Up, Push Chi Down, as modified by Dr. J. And Dr. J is not a medical doctor. Dr. J, of course, as I've often stated, is a PhD in mathematics, a computer scientist, and a stock aficionado. So in any event, let's get started. Hands facing the ground, palms facing the ground. Dave has something wrong with his wrist, so it's difficult for him to do this, right, Dave? But palms facing the ground best he can.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Feel the energy in your palms as you do this. Back to the starting position. And now we circle in front of our belly button. Fingers facing each other, Dave. Good. Now we do a little circle around the body. Opposite the belly button. That's called the Ming Men. Of course, that's Chinese. I never know if I'm pronouncing things right. So from this position, we're going to lift up to our chest. Put your middle finger facing your chest, facing your lungs. Turn your elbows back like this and go all the way out. Feel the chi from your fingertips entering your forehead. Chi from your fingertips entering your forehead. Now we bring our arms 180 degrees. And now the palms are still facing up. We turn the palms down towards the ground. We turn them back up. And we lift our arms so that our palms of our hands touch. I'm sorry that you can't see.
I can see you, except
Okay.
your hands.
Now we bring down slowly up until our chest, where we come to a rest at our chest. We make 5 circles in each direction. And now we turn this way and push out. So the palms are facing out, that's good, about shoulder high. We inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Now we're going to move sideways about 15 degrees. And now we're going to move to 180 degrees, keeping our hands the same way. Palms facing out. Shoulder height. It's difficult for me to keep it at shoulder height because I've broken my right shoulder. We're going to inhale. And exhale out. Again. And exhale out. Inhale in. No, you try to put your elbows at a right angle. Yeah.
There, I'm sorry.
There you got it. And exhale out. Now we turn our palms, before we turn our palms up, we're going to go 15 degrees up. Let me try to get in the picture. 15 degrees up. And now we turn our hand palms up. And we go over our head, but we don't come together with our hands. We just leave a little gap above our heads. Yeah, that's a little higher up. Yeah, that's good, Dave. So visualize the chi from the heavens above. Visualize the chi from the heavens above entering through the center of your head. Visualize a white light or a silver light, whatever you like, entering your body and going all the way through your body, healing your body. Now slowly bring down, turning the palms towards you. Slowly bring down the palms of the hand, healing your body as you bring it down. The chi that you've been accumulating in the palms of your hand is now healing your body, healing your heart and chest. And we stop at the belly button. We now do a rotation, coming to a rest at the opposite end of the belly button. It's important to visualize maybe something pleasant from your past, maybe try to get in touch with the little boy, the little girl inside. Maybe visualize yourself as a little kid rolling a ball or riding a tricycle. We're going to do a modification of the exercise where we just slide our hands about to thigh level, and both hands are down, palms down, feeling the chi from the earth below. Normally what occurs here is you go all the way down to your ankles and you do some squats. That isn't for most patients with PD. And this modification allows for the chi to come in through the palms of the hand. And now we come back up to the belly button slowly. Resting our middle fingers touching at the belly button. We now go back to the starting position. And we slowly lift up. I'm featuring my hand that trembles for whatever reason. All right.
You want me to do the same thing?
No, you could do just what you do. You do what I'm doing. You don't have to worry about the picture.
No problem.
I think people can get the idea of what we're doing. It's good enough. And now we're going to repeat that same exercise where we breathe in. Elbows to the side, Dave. That's good. Exhale out. You got to exhale out, Breathe in and drop your shoulders. Shoulders come down, your elbows to the side. Still facing out, still facing to the side with your palms, Dave. Dave, the palms should be facing sideways. You got them in front of you. Yeah, that's better. And now we push out. Push out. Okay, now instead of going up and down 3 times, we're going forward and back 3 times, 15 degrees. And rotate so that the arms go in front of you. And now we repeat the same exercise that we did before. That seems to be good. So this is the second time we're doing this exercise. Now we turn our hands up and we rotate 180 degrees and come back up above. Feeling the chi from the heavens above, from the infinity universe above. Come down, and this time bring our middle fingers touching our forehead. Feel the chi entering your forehead, healing your brain. Visualize your brain lighting up, the left hemisphere lighting up like a computer, the right hemisphere lighting up like a computer. So a lot of activity stimulated by your chi. Now slowly bring your hands around, just opposite where you were. Feel a little indentation in the back of your head. Middle fingers touching right there. Visualize the chi healing your brain, the back of your brain, where the substantia nigra is, where dopamine producing cells are. We're eliminating the plaque that's built up in these cells, these neurons. Eliminating the alpha-synuclein protein, which is the book that's actually doing the damage to these dopamine producing cells. So let's now walk our fingers down. So our hands are on our back. And now come around slowly to the back. The middle fingers touching, sliding down to the Ming Men. Circle to the belly button. And now we slide down and feel the energy from the earth below. Visualize the little boy inside of you, perhaps. Visualize your body healing. This is probably best done with the eyes closed, but I'm keeping my eyes open so that I can try to be instructive at the same time. Also, probably best done with the feet together, but I thought whatever makes you comfortable is better. So we're taking certain liberties in this exercise. And now we come back up to the ming men. Circle around to the belly button. Okay. Back to the starting position. This time we're going to bring our arms directly above our heads. Feeling the energy flow from the infinity universe above. Come down slowly. Don't touch our heads. Just feel the energy as we go around our heads. Up to here. Little lower, Dave, elbows in. Elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. Elbows in. Hands up, elbows in. Hands up. Elbows in. Good. Right hand forward. Turn towards the wall. Come around. Where you have an indentation right below the clavicles. Stop. Do the other arm. Rotate to the wall, towards the wall. Come to a rest under the clavicle. Straighten out. Straighten out. Straighten out. Both arms under the clavicle. The other arm touching under the clavicle. Come on, Dave, under the clavicle. Middle finger under the clavicle. You have one arm under the clavicle. You say the clavicle is here. Putting it right there. Okay, we're going to breathe in. Pressing down with our middle finger. Exhale, releasing pressure. Okay, now we're going to make a lotus position. Powerful lotus position, feeling the energy, healing your brain, your heart, your chest. Dave, like a flower. Like a flower. Together at the wrist, open up after that, Dave. Like a flower. Hands together, down to your chest. Again, we circle 5 times. The other way. Instead of going this way, we're going to go straight up. And again, we make this, as we go straight up, our thumbs are touching, our index fingers are touching. We come around 180 degrees, palms down. Palms down. Turn palms up. Come around in front. Fingers facing the temple, the forehead. Slowly inhale and bring it in. Touching the chest. Hands behind, open though, slide them down. I'll show you. Now we rotate. We're going to wind up at the belly button. And left hand on over the belly button, right hand over the left hand. So the right hand on top of the left hand. We're going to circle 9 times in each direction, and then we'll be done with the exercise. Together to your belly button. Arms down. Lift your legs up. Walk around a little bit because we've been in one position for a while. And let's end with the same warm-up, the same exercise, doing a little swim. But this is the most important part, I think, of the entire session. Sit down. Now, there's many exercises we should be doing seated, but we're going to get right to the chase. You should, of course, be doing all your neck exercises, looking both ways. Up and down, rotating, all of that. So that goes without saying, but what I want to do is focus on exercises for Parkinson's. And this is a visualization. So what we're going to do is sit back in our chairs, feel the energy from the palms of our hand entering the brain, stimulating the brain. If you like, you can do a healing sound. In Chinese, say Sun Ji. You want to try that?
G.
Sun Ji, and you can do it. You can do it breathing in. Ji. Sun Ji. Sun Ji. Well, you could just say open, close, or kai, her. Well, you don't have to say anything at all. You could just breathe in and bring it back to that starting position. And notice when you breathe in, you can put your fingers together and open. You can close and open. You can't see it now, but you can do that. All right, so we're healing the middle part of the brain. The middle brain is very, very important. And that's where much of our CPU is located, in the middle part of the brain, the CPU of the brain. And so let's heal the frontal part of the brain. Let's come around to the back of the brain and drop it even lower to just above the neck is the substantia nigra. So the substantia nigra is where most of our dopamine-producing neurons exist. It's at the base of the brain, just above the spinal column. So we're visualizing the qi entering the brain and eliminating the the alpha-synuclein protein that's plugging up our neurons, keeping them from firing. Also, we're enabling new neurons to grow that in place of the ones that can't be restored to normal health. So we're doing all of this visualization. We're picturing, you could picture like brushing your teeth if you like. You're getting out the plaque, you're getting out the alpha-synuclein protein. If you're doing that, you might want to visualize throwing it away in a garbage pail. Just throw it away. Scrape it off and throw it away. You don't need it. Get rid of it. Or you could visualize that your fingers are like lasers and they're eliminating the alpha-synuclein protein, and it's disappearing in a puff. And if you want to get rid of the garbage, just get rid of the garbage. So that's the visualization that I want you to do. And if we do this after a warm-up, like Dave and I did, I think it's far more effective than if you just sit down and do it cold. So a little bit of a warm-up, like Dave and I did, like the Colonel and I did, and then you sit down and you do your visualization. I think, put it this way, as my movement specialist said, as my neurologist said, it can't do any harm and it might even do some good. And he's not one who is into these alternative forms of healing. So what have you got to lose, right? Right there.
Yes, sir.
Good exercise, a good way to start the day, and it's a good way to meet friends like the Colonel.
Absolutely. Dr.
All right,
J.
Colonel. It's been a pleasure as always, and I'll see you next Monday.
Great.
All right, so I'll see you next Monday, and if anyone else wants to join us, that's fine. People are more than welcome, right, Dave?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You don't have to join us on camera. You can just follow along. You can leave a chat message. I'll show you how to do a chat message. You just come down right here and you say something like, "Hi all. Is this morning Qigong for Parkinson's?" You can ask a question, and we'll answer any question that you have. So that's how it appears. Your question can come right onto the screen. I'll show you how. Is this morning Qigong for Parkinson's? Colonel, is it?
Yes.
Yes, by all means. This is morning Qigong for Parkinson's. This is Dr. J and the Colonel signing off from Long Island, New York, saying shalom, ciao. Till next
Ciao.
week.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Take care, Colonel.
Okay, bye, sir.